Hello everyone, Patrick here, and today we're in Aerofly FS2 checking out their new edition of a helicopter, being the Robinson R22. Now this is the first helicopter for Aerofly, and you helicopter people out there will really enjoy this. Now they've supplied 8 different liveries, many different colors and paint schemes for you to choose from depending on what you want to do. And not only have they added these liveries, but there's also now 120 new helipads that were not there before. So if you want to start on top of the US Bank Tower in downtown Los Angeles, you can do so. You can choose from many different buildings to start out. If you want to come up to San Francisco and take off from Alcatraz, you can do so. Or right now, like we're going to do, is the VA Medical Center over here. So, you know, you could simulate medical rescues, putting fire or water on fires, and all kinds of different things, just whatever your imagination wants to come up with. Now this is the helicopter model itself. Now this alone is very, very impressive with the reflections. Every single little rivet is there and every little detail. And the helipads themselves are also with incredible detail. Now the R22 is a simple helicopter to get started and turn off and such. So from what I can tell, everything seems to function. So if you want to do some cold starts, shut it down, you're able to do so, as they've modeled all those things with great detail. The whole thing is great detail inside and outside. And as I was saying with these helipads, you know, this is not payware. This is how Aerofly comes. And just to be in this one helipad here in this environment, to see the detail is really incredible. So we're taking off now. We're going to go down the bay. I'm going to show you some different things that I was able to do with these helicopters when flying around. I'm just using a stick right now, and everything is very sensitive, and which is I've never flown a helicopter, but I am told how sensitive things are, how gentle you have to be with every little movement, and you do get that with this because Aerofly's the flight dynamics in Aerofly are just different from other simulators I've tried. Different in a good way, as in they just have a different feeling, and I think you'll like that. So this opens up so many different scenic things you can do, because with helicopters is, you know, you fly low, you fly slow, and it's really about taking in all the scenery around you. So when you have a simulator with accurate and detailed looking scenery, it just makes flying helicopters a lot more fun. And then when you can actually get into these little areas and land and take off, it's a lot more cooler. So this is Alcatraz. We're going to fly around it, and we're going to see if we can land on the helipad on the other side. As we take in the beauty of this helicopter here. Now this came out in late November, and I hadn't gotten a chance to cover it, but I had been wanting to. I just wanted to spread the word of how awesome this is, and even if you don't like helicopters, you still might enjoy this. And I'm new to them. I've dabbled in them before, mainly still the R22 in some of the other sims, and I'd say this is the best it's been. And a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to try to learn how to do this. And I think we're just about there. We'll put it down right here. Not too bad. Now, what I want to show you next is flying in and around mountains and getting in there and having fun with that. So we're over by the Grand Canyon, and we're just gonna take off down the runway here. A lot of fun to practice that. You can practice all sorts of things with this. It just depends where your imagination wants to take it. I could imagine maybe doing something in the Alps or you know, anything like that. You know, and this being the first helicopter, I'm looking forward to seeing what there is in the future for helicopters in this simulator. And just this detail, just how you can get in here, and just the beauty of Aerofly is why I think anybody who likes flying helicopters who hasn't tried this, I think you gotta try it. You owe it to yourself to check this out. You don't have to buy anything else. It all comes with Aerofly, and they're continuing to update this throughout, you know, as time goes on. As like I said, the you got the helicopter here, which is nice to have a new aircraft, you know, with an update, and then they're just improving different things around the land, and it's really coming along. It's really shaping up to be a nice simulator. This is San Diego here. Got the San Diego airport off to our 9 o'clock, and we have downtown San Diego here. Just fun to get in there and fly around these cities. There's the Padres Stadium. You can do a nice flyover. And I think that's really what makes it so much more enjoyable, is to be able to fly this in such a beautiful looking environment. Of course, in the Robinson, you solo off to the right when you fly this helicopter. Just nice, densely populated cities that don't really use up too much of your frame rate. Getting around a consistent 45, sometimes it jumps up a little more. Works very well with the Oculus Rift, or really any VR that you want to use. I'd say probably of all the simulators, this is probably the best for VR as far as the quality and just how it handles it. We are landing on 27 in San Diego. You don't really land on the runway, but my understanding of helicopters is that you go down the runway a little bit, and then I've seen them take the taxiways, and it's kind of fun to try to stay on the yellow line while you're hovering across. But I definitely had a lot of fun checking this out and using this new edition. Now, one of my favorite things to do is to try to land on the buildings, and this is one of the tallest buildings in downtown Los Angeles, and we're going to make an attempt to land on it here. And you can practice this pretty much anywhere. But I don't think we've really been able to do this before, not with this kind of detail and immersion. I mean, in some cases, buildings, you try to land on them and you'll just fall right through, but not in Aerofly. They've made it so you can do this, so you can practice this, and that's just a whole new element that we now have at our disposal here. And for the time being, it's just really shaping up to be a nice simulator, especially for VFR. If you really just want to enjoy the scenery, if you've always wondered what it's like to fly into the Grand Canyon or land on the tallest building in LA, you can try these things out now and get a little bit of an idea of what that's like. Now, this is nighttime. I think they've recently added more of the lighting to the buildings and such, and just an incredible experience. As we approach the U.S. Bank Tower again, flying around LA, New York, Vegas, wherever you want to go, you're gonna have a good time. You're guaranteed to have a good time. So, like I said, if you're a helicopter fan, you're going to want to check this out, and if not, you might want to check it out too. You might be pleasantly surprised with how great this simulator actually is. So, alright everybody, I want to thank you for checking out another FSElite First Look. Couldn't help but share this one with you, and I hope you check it out. So, you guys take care. We'll see you next time.